Let's have a brainwave. So we haven't done it for baby beats. We're going to do a bike ride. It's going to be tough, but as I've said, it's for a great cause. A cause that means, you know, a real lot to me, because I can't begin to tell you how good they were to me and Mrs. They really were. They do a fab job. If you'd have been driving past, you'd seen this short, fat, little hobbit-looking guy just having a pint on the side of the road. I was like, going, don't throw your bikes in there. I just going mental because I just couldn't believe it. Easy in distance. Oh my God, what an absolute prick. Full head to toe lycra. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the gear, no idea. One of them. I picked a laminate. I've been to bog upstairs. He was everywhere. It was just a trail of shit. Let me just see, being a prime athlete as well, I'm just talking about peaking to it.
Fucker. But the episode 4, we're joined by Clarke. How are you today, pal?
I'm alright, buddy. Yeah, I'm good.
As you can see by the title here, I've named it Coast Rider. I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, it's pretty good, really, because obviously this time, in 2 weeks' time, I shall be on the way to Yorkshire with a small little thing called the Pennines in between.
The wrong side of Pennines.
The wrong side of the Pennines, yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to say I'm looking forward to it, but that will be a massive, massive lie. Definitely, yeah. But yeah, no, it'll be tough. It'll be tough, but hopefully it'll be good fun. It'll crack.
Worth it in the end.
Well, I hope so. I mean, obviously, you know why I'm doing it. At the end of the day, it's no matter how hard it is. I mean, people think I'm joking, but we're doing it on the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday. It's roughly about 200 miles. So roughly about 65 miles a day. There's 10 of us doing it. And the plan is obviously that we'll get it done in them 3 days. I haven't told the rest of the lads, but I have actually booked the following week off, the whole week, just in case. So if I'm still biking the following Friday, I'll do it. Yeah, definitely.
Spot on. We're going to get more onto the ride, but me and you've known each other now. 2014, we did a barbering course, didn't we?
Yeah.
We met.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, obviously, it's you do video it as well, don't you? Because
it's on both, yeah.
People look at your hair and they're never on enough for something.
And the comb over's gone.
You've got a barbering qualification.
It was comb overs or us, weren't it?
Yeah,
you had the same haircut when you were bringing the lads in.
Everybody had a barbering haircut. Yeah,
there were a few dodgy characters there, weren't there?
Yeah, definitely. No, it was good. That was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it were, but we won't drop no names. But it was the what was his name? No, I can't drop his name. Begins with a P. You remember the one with a P? Do you remember him?
Yeah,
that's him.
Loose yeah. See, I wasn't. There was a real funny occasion, and I wasn't in that day, and I was gutted. I missed it. I think he came in slightly, how shall we say?
Intoxicated.
I don't think it was alcohol related though, was it? It was a bit of a funky
gangster tripping.
It was a bit of a geezer, wasn't it? Well, we can see his first name, can't we, Paul?
Yeah. I don't even know his second name.
I don't know, to be fair.
He's probably on another fucking galaxy now.
I did see him a couple of times because he started doing t-shirt prints, if you remember.
No. What were on these t-shirts?
I'll tell you what, I don't know why I let people stay in contact. I mean, I'm here now, why am I staying in contact?
It's not on your Facebook, is it?
Jeez, he is. Yeah. He is. But he started doing these t-shirts. And I think November going to Wembley. And he'd done this one with Tom Finney. And I felt a bit sorry for him. And he went, do you want one like? I've printed 15, I've got 14 left. So I went, yeah, all right then. So I ended up meeting him on a car park in Leigh. So I'm from Penrith. So I meet him on a car park in Leigh, and not a problem. But we get there, he wants 25 quid for this t-shirt. So I'm thinking, Jesus, I didn't even like it, but so I gives him the 25 quid. Then next thing he says, you won't mind just dropping me off. Christ, I ended up going on a tour of South Ribble. So I give him 25 quid for a t-shirt I didn't want, and then taxiing him round. Yeah. It was a good lad though, weren't he?
Yeah. They were all alright, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were a good bunch, that course. And that was the last time I seen you until about 3 or 4 weeks ago. That fucking bank holiday in the best of
before you reveal that, I don't know if I want people knowing where I go on a bank holiday. You know, because
same place as me.
It used to be, you know, you'd be recovering from the night before, you'd been to Bar 10, somewhere like that, you'd been having a right good sesh. And now, where were we?
You know, in Warrington's Ikea. I remember I was coming out because that were the third time that weekend that I'd been.
Yeah. I mean, you really are suffering for punishment, aren't you?
Yeah, just for some new furniture. And as I was going out, you were coming in, weren't you?
Yeah.
It's just in your face. Your family are walking on and then you just stood there, hands in your head.
I think I must have done something really bad. Like gone on missing in action or something for a couple of days for it to get me there. To get me there anyway, but to get me there on a bank holiday. Oh, jeez.
Did you get how long were you in for there for?
I mean, how long ago was that?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Right, well, I've only today had it rectified. I've had a delivery off them. What a nightmare.
You are joking.
Yeah. But
best thing about IKEA, I reckon, it's the hot dog at the end.
Even that I was disappointed in. That was the only reason I went.
What, for the hot dog?
Not the hot dog.
That's how you got lured to IKEA in Warrington.
Massive as well, so I get there and I'm thinking, oh, I'll be waiting for the end. I was just there.
smell the hot dog when you're walking through it warehouse.
And something had gone down. So you were really rushed as well. And obviously I had an order for about 10 hot dogs. I mean, there were actually only 2 of us there, but you know, you're chugging them like that. And then you're trying to get all sauce on them, and
gherkins flying everywhere.
Yeah, and it was slightly disappointing at the end, but it was just one of them days. Yeah, I'd rather just chalk it off.
The hot dogs and the meatballs. I was getting and my dad puts his orders in as well for the meatballs. Make sure you get us 2 kilogram of pork and beef, and then get some of them chicken ones as well.
Yeah, no, they are good.
Yeah, IKEA last time.
Yeah, so it was good to see you.
Yeah. And you, and now 3 weeks later, so we've seen more of each other in the past 3-4 weeks than we have in the past 4 years.
There was that. I mean, it don't matter, does it? There was that time we were in that gay bar.
Not on a podcast.
Oh yeah,
we were from Preston. There's no gay bars in Preston. Why is there no gay bars in Preston?
No. You know what a gay bar is?
Dragon's Den.
You know what a gay bar is in Preston?
Go on.
It means you've got Aberrant jukebox.
It's not Reflex. What's it called? A Pop World. That's the closest thing you're gonna get, isn't it?
See, you won't remember. I mean, I know we're going off slightly, but there used to be a bar. Trying to think it name up near Deepdale, and it was ace right, and it weren't. What was it called? It'll come to me in a minute. But we used to say to like lads, like, all right, quite a bit of like lads. You'd say, should we go there? Oh, I'm not going there. No, if I go to the toilet, you know, I can't. All that, like, because it was real, like, I mean, I'm going back, I'm 48, so I'm going back when I was like 18, 19, 30 years ago. But what they didn't understand was, I don't think my wife will watch this, so I'll be all right. It was the best place for putting birds. It was the best place because you get loads of women there who were dead safe. Dead safe, do you know what I mean? So you go in there, and then obviously I was going to lie, but it's on video as well, innit? I was going to say I'm like really good looking, slim and tall. Obviously I'm short, fat, but I have got my own hair. But them days it was quite it was ace. It was the best place for they changed it to Tom Finney's bar. Hollywood Bar.
Is that what it was called?
And they used to dance, so you used to get women, and that was our nearest we had to a gay club. You might have one talking gay in the corner, so it was classed as a gay bar. But as I say, loads of women went, they felt safe. Women would dance on bar staff. Do you know, like Coyote Ugly?
Yeah.
They'd do all that. So as an 18-year-old lad, that was near we should be getting to a lap dance club nowadays. Yes.
See, have you never been like Canal Street in Manchester?
No.
See, me and the lads used to go there. You know, with tactics back in the day. Like you said, then at 18, 19, we used to go there. We're going Manchester. We were going Canal Street. And back then, this LGBT community were nowhere near the size it is now. Back then, it was kind of... I mean, I've never been homophobic. What they want to get up to, you know, if a man likes a man, it's up to them, innit? Yeah, we're all human. But anyway, we used to go there. But back then, it was quite frowned upon. Yeah, but so we all came with the angle. Me and all lads like, oh, we'll go there because that's where all birds will go. and there were no knobheads there. They weren't, but there were one of my mates who were a bit. I wouldn't say homophobic, but he were. If somebody, if a bloke touched his arse or whatever, whereas me and a few other lads, we could have a laugh like, "Ooh," do you know what I mean?
That little action over the last 10 years, I'll take anybody.
I hope your wife's not watching this.
Anybody, yeah.
But my mate, I'm sure this bloke came up behind him. He had a good handful of his arse, and my mate's like back-heeled him in shin, full on back-heel, back-heeled his shin. This guy's. He's crumbled like a deck of cards. Next thing you know, this bouncer's come over, massive, but it weren't a bloke, it were a woman. Right. She just grabbed him, right, scruff it neck like a cat. Get out, my mates, we were a big lad as well. Yeah. Get out, and then we all had to go out. Yeah, but that's
I've had some good nights.
Yeah,
I have had some good nights.
Electric Six had a decent song. You remember that one?
Electric Six.
Yeah, I want to take you to a gay bar.
Yeah.
Corker. Right, so you touched at the start about the journey you're doing. So you're doing a coast to coast challenge.
Yeah. So long story short. Which I'll go into in a minute, but me and my wife had a son in 2006, Louis, July the 3rd. Well, July the 3rd, we found out he died, if you will, because his heart had stopped. And July the 4th, he was delivered. So the wife has July the 4th as his birthday. For me, it's always July the 3rd. So every now and again, we do something. I like to do something for Baby Bait, local charity up at Royal Preston Hospital, and at the moment they're trying to build. I think they need 70 grand for this bereavement suite. And basically, what this does, the problem is, to give you a bit of an insight, that Louis was born sleeping. They call it stillbirth, so he was full term, but his heart had just stopped. But so you still have to, obviously, it has to be delivered, which is heartbreaking. For a woman to have to go through that, to know that she's carrying a child, and she's got to bring him into the world, but it must do so many stuff. But so obviously what they do is, and obviously your child stays there, and you can go and see him for a while you sort out the funeral and whatever. But the problem is, you've got to go to the maternity. So you can imagine the emotions going through you, that you feel like, something's just been ripped from you. And you almost feel a little bit of resentment towards other new parents, because they've got what we all wanted. Yeah. So when you're going back to visit your child, you're visiting the same place of all these people who've had children. You're also, while you're there, cuddling, because you get to spend... they're really, really good with you. Really good with you. They don't rush you. You can spend a few days and, just get a few memories together, take a few pictures if you want to, and handprints like you do when you have children. Yeah. But the problem is, because you're in the maternity ward, you hold the newborn babies. So again, it just causes all these emotions up. So this bereavement ward is basically, it'll be soundproofed. I don't know if it'll have a separate entrance or something like that. Just to make it a little bit more easier for people to go and pay the respects and spend a bit of time. So we've decided we're going to do this bike ride from Morecambe to Bridlington. Who had?
I think this is one of your ideas. How did the idea come about?
Well, it's like where the most good and bad ideas come from.
The pub.
Yeah. Well, it kind of booze. I like a pint, and it's well documented I like a pint. But I don't tend to drink a lot, believe it or not, over Christmas, because I can't be doing with all plastics who are out, all idiots who don't sup all year round. Yeah. So I actually probably drink less at Christmas than I normally do. Yeah. But anyway, New Year's Day, we decided we were going to Rotherham away to watch North End, and one of the lads were driving. So I'd had a few. I mean, I've been on it since about 7 in the morning, so I was a bit pissed. I was. And we're coming back, and on the way back, I remember this. So there's a couple of my pals there, and Darren who's driving it. And these are the lads. The last time we did something, we walked from Deepdale to Blackpool. North End were playing Blackpool, so we set off from Deepdale. We walked to Blackpool, sponsored work for money.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Oh, that's another. I'll tell you what, that is.
I bet it rained, didn't it?
There's many a tales to doing that. There was a live interview where I swore on Radio Lancashire because the only pub that were open at the time was Blackpool Airport. So we're in Blackpool Airport, we're pissed. Me and one of the lads, while they'd all got energy bars and stuff, we'd got cans of Stella. It was just a nightmare waiting to happen, that one. But these lads were with us. So we're coming back from, so I turns to Darren driving and I went, do you know what, Darren? I've just had a brainwave. And don't ask me where it I had no idea. I said, I've had a brainwave. I said, we haven't done it for baby beats. We're going to do a bike ride. He went, all right, yeah. What are you thinking? Now, I would have loved to have done Land's End to John O'Groats. And I'm that optimistic, mate, that I think, yeah, probably. I know I couldn't have. So I thought, well, it's got to be far enough and hard enough that you can. So I went, why don't we go from east to west? West to east. Right. I said, are you up for it? He went, yeah. He said, I'll do it with you. He said, but just don't bring that morning bastard when we didn't walk. I went, right, sound. I said, I promise I won't bring him. So hang on a minute, who were the morning bastard? He said, it were you. He said, you never shut up. Tima, got to win it. Who's idea? I'm not doing this again. You never stop whinging. I went, well, right. I said, I'll do it. So I went way back, puts it on Facebook. Before I know it, I've got 500 quid. I don't even have a bike. Don't even own a bike. So that's kind of how it came about.
What kind of bike are you going to be doing it on? Like a road bike?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, so I don't own a bike, so I've got 500 quid worth of sponsors, so I've got to go and buy a bike now.
Yeah.
So I go to a local bike shop because I like to support local independence. So I goes in the bike shop, Broadgate, and I goes, right, I want a bike. I said, I'll tell you what I want it to do. I want it to be as comfy as possible. Because I borrowed a bike to do Gill Wheel in my arse.
I've seen on your Facebook.
It is true. Honestly, I was walking like John Wayne.
Have you ever rode a camel?
Oh, no.
Have you not? I'll tell you what, that's a bad one.
Well, I can imagine it must be similar to that. Honestly, it was like John Wayne. It was like horrible. So I got in. I says, I want it to be comfortable. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, this guy could think, of course, earlier. So 800 quid later, I bought this bike. So I comes out to the car and says to me, I says, right, I've just bought one. 800 quid. She went, shakes her head. I said, what are you shaking your head at? I said, I need to go back. She said, no, it's not that. She said, but the Clarke steel I knew was always a bit more savvy. I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, well, the old Clarke, what he would have done is, drawn the 800 quid out of the bank, what you pay for the bike, give 500 quid to the charity, 300 quid each skyrocket to go up pub with. You don't have to do it and everybody's happy. I thought, yeah, I missed one there, didn't I? So anyway, so we're sorted now. Bike's done. I'd like to sit here and say, yeah, I've done loads of training. I'm geared up and ready, but I'd be bullshit.
Oh, that's the next thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, training for these 200 miles. I've seen bits what you shared on Facebook.
Yeah,
the Gill Wheel, and a few other rides that you've
Gill
done.
Wheel, that's all to do. Oh, I've done Gill Wheel. Yeah. Just I know it by heart now. No, I've done a bit because you have to do a bit. But I'll be honest with you, the biggest ride I've done was 51 mile. Just to make sure I could, in my head, I could do roughly that distance. It was the most boring 5-6 hours of my life ever. It was like, honestly, in fact, we'd set off from Preston, and I've got this one lad in team. He's a proper geek. Okay, he thinks he's Lance Armstrong. You know the type. I mean, first day we rocked up to do Gill Wheel, right? So I borrowed a bike. Right, I'm in a pair of North End shorts and a sweatshirt, like old pair of trainers, and all the rest. One of the lads has got bobble hat on and he's on his mother's bike. You with basket on front. You with basket on front. I mean, you look like Mary Poppins. All you needed were ET in front, and he'd have been laughing in a bit away. So there's like a real, you can imagine, like a real ragtag. And then you've got, and we sees it in distance. Oh my God, what an absolute prick. Full head to toe lycra. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the gear, no idea. One of them. Like, he'd gone out and he bought this bike for... I don't know where he bought this. He must have been up all night and gone and picked it up because I'd only told him the day before. Jesus! But, like, he rocks it and he has it up. So, anyway, but he's got all these gizmos, so he does these routes for us. So he'd done this route, which was just over 50 miles. Again, like I said, so we knew, because we've got to do about 65, but if we've got to do 50, we'll be all right. So we've gone round Kirkham, and we're up near Fowl Football Club. Now, in my head, I've done about 24 mile. For the time we've been out and how far... I mean, I'm seeing places, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, we pedalled some whack here. So we pulls up, like a couple of lads wanted to take Call of Nature. So I'm like buzzing, I'm thinking, do you know what, I feel quite fit. That's 20 odd mile, but I feel quite good. So I says, what's crack, how far we done there? And he went, 12 points. I went, you what? He went 12 points. I said, no. Check it again. Well, we've done 12.2 miles. I said, you take it. And honestly, if you'd have been driving past, you'd seen this short, fat, little hobbit-looking guy just having a paddy beside the road. I was like, they went, don't throw your bikes in there. I just going mental because I just couldn't believe it. And that's the problem with it, I think, with cycling. Having never cycled before, I mean, I've gone to booths and stuff like that. It's the distance and it's learning in your head how, you can be biking for hours, only done 4 miles. So, yeah, training's not been the best. There's been a few boozy. There's been a lot of boozing. In fact, if you went on my Facebook, Darren, the lad who was driving Robin Mill, I told you about before, there's a great picture, and he's put the heading of the picture is when you go cycle training with Clarke Steele, and the milkman's bin. The milkman actually beat him home. We set off at 6, we got home at 12:30.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, we seshed up with it. Yeah.
I think last bike ride I went with my dad. Obviously, I'm here in Leyland. We went up to you know where Top Lock pub is?
Yeah.
We were cycling there, and how old was my dad? At the time, I think he would have been, it's about 3 years ago, so he would have been about 49, 50.
Yeah.
So we cycled from there, and we were going down there, and it were all good. And obviously, when you get near the canal, there's fucking some steep hills.
Yeah.
And it was his idea. Oh, we'll get push irons out, we'll go for a bike ride. So I'm going up this hill, I'm just about getting up there. And I knew, physically, I could get up it. Yeah, so I got to the top of this hill, I just dropped my shoulder. Where the fuck's my dad gone? He's just at the bottom. You just see this fucking short block. I was like, come on, get up here. And he gets to the top. So what's up here? I've got fucking years on you. That's all he could say.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you're blowing through your arse. The hills, I mean, the problem is with this one, that, do you know Penwith Mill, Pertry Hill?
Yeah.
So, where I live, there's a few good little hills. There's Pertry Hill, there's Marshall's Brow Hill, and there's Penwith Mill that goes up to Fleece. Now, all of them I can cope with. The one that, for whatever reason, kind of like my nemesis, is Pertry Hill. And the reason being, I get to the pub. Now, normally I'd stop at the pub, you see, and have a few pints. But if I'm not, it's that little bit just kills me. Just wipes me out. So Pertry Hill apparently is a gradient of 7.
Right.
Now, on the second day, there's a hill in Settle, coming out of Settle, which is a gradient of 20.
Oh, shit.
So nearly 3 times. And the difference is, Pertry Hill goes on for what? 100 metres.
Yeah.
The one in Settle goes on for 2.5 miles.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's a video on YouTube, and there's these geezers, and you can tell the cyclists, I mean, they're slim. They've got, unless they're my mate who's got all the gear, no idea, but they're that kind of, and it's like they're pedalling in shit. It's literally just, you know what I mean? See, the problem is you can't appreciate on the video how steep it is, but you can tell how he's pedalling. It's like just pedalling in shit.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's filming him behind, who's like egging him on, all of a sudden he just falls over. He's obviously not steep. So I'm thinking, oh, well, that's me fucked, isn't it? Definitely. So
I think I was on one of the 11. It's the sign. It says like 11%. Yeah. I was on one of 11. Where were it? Collecting Green Asda. Is that hill there?
Yeah.
We were going down it. Me, my dad, my sister. And at the time, I must have been about 11. And my sister, if she's watching this, she'll piss herself. because she loves this story. So we're coming down, and my dad went first, going downhill, and then I were in middle, and she were behind me. So we're going down the hill, and she's going, "Come on, Byron, go faster, otherwise I'm going to crash into you. Come on, Byron, pedal faster, otherwise I'm going to crash into you." And I like, she to be fair, she were getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
3 year older me, fucking bullying me. And like I said, I were about 10, 11.
Yeah.
So, and then she were getting closer and closer. So I started pedalling, didn't I? I've got to the bottom of this hill, this 11%er. Got to the bottom of it, and I've been fucking hell, I must have been hitting it at about 40, 50 mile an hour or something. Got to the bottom, fucking flew off my bike into the middle of the road. If there were a car coming down there at that time, dead. And she were pissing herself laughing. My dad runs into the middle of the road, picks the bike up first, throws that onto the wayside, then picks me up.
Yeah.
Fucking Father Christmas ain't coming this year, sunshine. So yeah, but fucking hell.
No, well, see, when I decided I was doing this, right, there's so many frustrated Lance Armstrongs out there. Now, I don't mean drug-taking athletes. I mean wannabe cyclists.
Yeah.
So everybody's an expert. Everybody's an expert. Oh, you want to do it this way, do I? And anyway, luckily, I can switch off me and look interested. That's why I've stayed married for nearly 20 years. So they're all telling you all these things, but they've all been telling me to get up hills. But there was this woman in shop one day, and she was about 70. And I'm not being ageist when I'm saying that something she was trim. She's about 70. She said, "Oh yeah, I've done weight roses." So I'm thinking, she can do it, piece of piss. Then she tells me she did it in 2 days. So I'm thinking, fucking hell, that's like some going. So then we're chatting about it. So we're chatting about the hills, because obviously that's my main concern, really. So, she said, "You'll have no bother. No bother at all." She said, "It's the one coming down at Pateley Bridge you want to worry about." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, the one at Pateley Bridge, the gradient coming down, it's one of the most death spots in the UK for cyclists." She said, "The concentration levels you have to have, because it's that fast and that steep and that long," she said, "it's quite draining." So I'm thinking, Jesus, Wes, the only bit I was looking forward
the
to
downhill bit
was the downhill bit. And now you're telling me that's the toughest bit. I'm thinking, geez, can it get any worse? So, but no, I didn't. Like I say, listen, we'll get it done. Luckily, what I've done is, I've built this team. We're called Team Pie.
And how many people?
Well, there's
Team
10
Pie
of it.
got?
Team Pie started off as 7, and it's Team Pie. We were called Team Butter Pie, but it's just shortened to Pie now. So that's why so it started off as 7, right? Now, when we got this 7, there were a couple of guys I thought, well, I'm going to be slightly better than them at least. Turns out I weren't. So then I'm thinking, right, but I'm not having this. I'm not coming last. So we get 8. So I get this big lad in. Turns out, actually, he weren't that bad either. So anyway, we're up to 10. I won't tell you the one he's now, but there is one I think I can beat you in. And that's why we've got to 10. If the 10th person I've invited, I thought he would have beat me, I would have got 11. So we could have potentially ended up with about 1,000.
All the way from Lancashire to Yorkshire.
But luckily I found someone who I think slightly unfitter than me in Pemberton. So I won't see who it is, Dave. But that's why there's 10 of us. So no, it's a good set of lads. So.
At least you've gained numbers though, not lost numbers.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you, it's one of them. I think. I mean, apparently it's a real well-known cycle route. It's called the Way of the Roses, and people say, "Oh, you'll love it," and I'm sure I would. It's a bit weird with me. It's like the training you're on about. That I wouldn't mind going out on my bike afterwards. Going for a 20 or 30 mile ride, having a couple of pints coming back. The problem is at the moment, I know I've got to do it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I feel like it's work. I feel like I'm in a factory sticking stickers on a can. I'm just counting the hours down when I go, do you know what I mean? When I go out, realistically, you said to me, didn't you say, "Why don't you ride down?" I mean, it's only, 4 or 5 miles. Not a chance.
Save that for big ride.
Not a chance. Yeah, well, the problem is, you see, being a prime athlete as well, I'm just talking about peaking too early. See, what I will say is, I mean, I've been on TV before and it does put the pounds on. So anybody watching this on the video, I'm actually 5 stone lighter than what I look. It's his film, so...
The route itself, obviously it's going over from here in Lancashire over to Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Which way do you go about it? I mean, for me, Lancashire to Yorkshire.
No, well, you would.
Route 62. Do you know what I mean?
No, there is a designated.
Cycle.
There is a
path.
designated cycle path. Thankfully,
because that should have been named at Pod.
Yeah,
the cycle path.
The cycle path. Yeah, there is it's. I think some of it's not road and that, but there is a designated route, which is lucky because if it were left to me, we'd have been
in Essex
absolutely screwed. I mean, I'm that bad. The tale I always tell to kind of let people know how bad of a driver I am. I always remember we'd gone to Wigan to watch North End, and it was one of the only times, because I never drive, because I like buying, never drive, but I decided to drive this night for whatever reason, midweek game, and it was the old Wigan ground, and it was always a nightmare to find for whatever, you always ended up at the rugby ground.
Yeah.
So we're coming out of this, and all my mates are pissed in bikes, so I can't get any sense out of them, and they're lads who give us directions normally. So there's this car in front with North End stuff, so I thought, sounds bad, I'll just follow this geezer. So I'm driving away, we're following him, we're driving for a bit. Anyway, we get somewhere, and I don't recognise where we are, and I'm thinking, well, I don't know what part of town this is. It was built up, and he pulled up, so I get out of the car, and goes up to the car, taps on his window, and he wound, I just remember him, he wound it down a little bit, and he was shitting himself. He went, "What do you want?" I went, "Oh, you all right, mate? I'm just, well, you've been following me forever." I went, "It's all right, so I'm just following you back to Preston." "Preston, this is Manchester, this is where I live." And I'd follow it. So that's how bad I am. So luckily I'm not in charge of directions, but the reason you do it, see, normally what I was going to do, obviously I was going to ride from Bridlington to Morecambe, then you've not as far to come home. But they have all these, see, the proper, these cyclists, they've got it all nailed. And it's the wind.
Right.
Apparently you get less wind going that
way than you do this way. So the wind will go from west to east.
Yeah. And it makes, I mean, it does, I mean, obviously you won't get it. I mean, I'm a pro cyclist now, so it's all down to like temps and splits. And that wind, you know, when I'm in my proper racing position.
You do that?
Yeah.
Cycling down.
We're down with my big long helmet on. And I've got my lycra and I'm sucked into the optimum size. So, yeah. No, but that's why you do it that way. So, and it is, like I say, it's quite a, there's a couple, there's one we were going to do up north, further up, and you go into Newcastle. And that's the one I wanted to do, because it's 50 miles shorter. but apparently it's a lot more hillier. So.
And you're doing this over, are you splitting up into 4 days?
We're setting off on the Friday, so we decided we're going to stop over Thursday night in Morecambe, trap early doors Friday, about 7:30. So hopefully we can get into Lancaster before traffic. Well, that's going to happen. I'll still be there at dinner time. Come on, McDonald's have stopped serving breakfast now. But the idea is, so we stop Thursday, we'll go Friday. I think first stop is, I'm not sure if it's just after somewhere called Pateley Bridge. I mean, I'm crap, I don't know these places anyway.
Your mate will.
Don't worry, he's got it all nailed. I should have brought you to some team meetings, because the other thing as well is they actually think, even though I've organised it, they think I'm taking it the less serious. Because every time we go out for training, I'll say, I'll come, provides a few pints in it. And I don't really do a few pints. I like if I'm out, I'm out. I'm a Mickey Flanagan. I'm out. Do you know
out.
I'm not half out. I'm out. All the time. So last time we had a meeting, that he wanted, he's a little bit anal. He won't mind me saying he's a little bit anal. He had all these lists of questions. But no problem, because I'm not a worry. I went, right, yep, sorted. We'll do that. So we've done it in 5 minutes. So I said, right, come on, let's get pissed. He weren't happy. He wanted to then get out on cycle route. So but going back to it, we do the Friday, then do the Saturday, all being well, finish on the Sunday, and then we're going to stop over Sunday night because we're obviously going to get hammered. I'm going to if you want a cheap bike, anyone, get in touch with Byron on the Sunday. I'm telling you now, there'll be one going really cheap.
You'll have to.
Yeah. I won't be want to see that again. That's if I bring it home. I mean, a few of them reckon I'm just because what you're meant to do is you're meant to dip your back wheel in the sea at Morecambe.
Right.
and then your front wheel in the sea.
At Bridlington.
I mean, can you imagine that though? I mean, I've never seen sea in at Morecambe. I could end up walking to Grimsby or something, couldn't I? So, but that's the idea. But a lot of them reckon I'm just going to whiz mine in. I'm just going to get to fuck it. There you go. Have it. Yeah.
On the way back, do you know once you're finished, how are you getting home? This is a burning question.
Yeah,
like,
the plan is.
What if
the plan is we have a support vehicle. See, this is a well-oiled machine, Byron. Well-oiled. We haven't got a driver yet. We'd have the driver, but through professional differences and contractual disputes, he can't make it anymore.
He's not working with athletes.
You're not coming in with them dickheads driving for 5 miles an hour. Not a chance. So the plan is, some of the bikes are going to go in that. One of the lads, because a few of the partners are coming up obviously in between. Now, the hotel was stopping in Morecambe. Again, because it's quite a well-known route, this hotel does a lot of them. So it's somewhere to store our bikes. So we can get the bikes up. Obviously, in between, we'll be riding them. Coming back between us, there's a few cars going up, a few partners, like I say, a couple of them got bike racks. I won't be ringing mine home, as I've just told you, so that's one less. So yeah, we're getting it. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Do you know what you want to do when you get there? So you say when you're in Bridlington, you're going to have a night out. That's like the Blackpool, Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you want to do, as soon as you get there, get Facebook up on your phone, buy, sell, swap. Got this lovely bike. Yeah. Well, then when they say it's from Lancashire, they'll think, well, them fuckers come over from Lancashire, robbed a bike, and they're fucking trying to get rid of it already.
Come and get it,
Well, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, no, I probably will use it again, but I don't know. We'll see.
So celebrations at the finish line.
Oh, we're going to get hammered. I mean, no ways. We're going to get hammered because I put on me kind of Just Giving site. Just Giving Clarke Steel, by the way. Do you like how
I'm going to overlay it. I'm going to put the link over the top of the whole video.
And it's true that the only exercise I do, I mean, to give you a bit of a backstory with me, that I snapped my Achilles twice. In fact, sadly, when we lost Louis, I remember the day after I had to go and have my cast off where I'd snapped my Achilles at hospital, which were horrible. That. So I'd snapped my Achilles. I've also had 3 major knee ops every year for the last 3 years, culminating in my last one because I need a new knee. They were sending me for a new knee, and they said, "Oh, you might be eligible for this other op." And it's not to bore you, it's called a high tibial osteotomy, and it's basically they break your leg below your knee, and they cut the bone out of your knee where it's collapsed to try and make it like that, and then they put it back with metal. And the idea being that will give me another hopefully 5 to 7 years, because they can give me a knee now, but when you're younger, obviously you use it more than an older person. So how they say you get about 12 to 14 years, you probably only get 10 to 12 years, and then you need another one. Yeah. And the second one's never quite as good. So that's it. So I've had all these. I had a knee brace on for 10 months while I weren't walking. So I've done no exercise. And I say this to people, and I'm not just saying this, that people should get up and do a bit of exercise, because this has saved my life. I'm pretty convinced on that I used to play tons of sport. You know, every squash, tennis, football, but loads of sport. Even though I've always been a biggest lad, I've always played loads of sport. But certainly since my first knee op, when I snapped my Achilles, when I was about 36, I think, I slowed down a bit. Well, I certainly stopped playing football then. But then when I started playing a lot of squash and racket sports then, and that just progressed my knee more. Yeah. So once I damaged my knee, I just stopped doing anything. Certainly with me last 3 years, I've not done anything. And so I piled the weights on. But in your head, you still think you can do it. It's a man thing. Maybe it's not, maybe it's just a human thing. But in my head, I was still convinced that if one of my pals rang me up and said, let's go for a game of squash, well, I'd be a bit slow and it'd take me a bit. I'd do it. I'm telling you now, there's no one on this earth I could have. And that what learned me, when I got on the bike the first time, I just couldn't believe how unfair I was. And I was definitely heading for a heart attack or something like that. So I genuinely believe this has saved my life.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't done this, 6, 7, 8 years time, whatever, I don't know.
So it's give you a good kick up the arse just to start getting out there.
Well, it does. I mean, again, I'm approaching 50. I mean, if you're watching this on video, you'll realise I don't look that, but it's true, honestly.
Physical peak. You're a finely tuned athlete.
Well, that's what I like. I said this to my gaffer over there because I've not been out for the last 3 weeks because I had this chest infection, and I said, but it doesn't matter. I said, I'm a finely tuned athlete. He said, yeah, of course you are. He said, provided you're wearing a nappy and you're wearing a pineapple on your head and you're slapping talc on your face. I thought, yeah, fair dues, yeah.
Do you reckon the old chair's going to get you on this ride?
Sorry?
Do you reckon you're going to get chafed on this ride?
Oh,
the old chafe. Take the talc and tell you what, man's best friend, when I was working abroad, it would work wonders. I mean, I've always been quite a big lad. No, Sudocrem.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's ordered in tubs, in buckets. Yeah, it is. It's ordered in buckets. I mean, I'll be honest with you, when I first went out, my arse was... I mean, we have a... you might have to cut this bit out, but we have a saying... we have a saying round our way. We call it binner's ring. Right, our kids used to be a binman. And it's with overalls, he'd be sweating all day with chafing, and that's what they call it, binner's ring. So, but I'm thinking, Christ, it's going to be a killer. But the more you do it, it's like, hey, the more you do it, your arse toughens up.
Yeah.
So my arse doesn't bother me. I mean, it's my lungs, it's my legs, it's my knees.
You're not a smoker out though, are you?
No, I used to
Was
be.
it years ago, yeah?
Yeah, I used to smoke.
Do you reckon that catches you up in later life, or...?
Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I think the facts, I've never been... Well, I've always done sports. I've never been one for kind of cardio work. I mean, I've done the old, join the gym, I think 4 times, my wife will say. And been once, it's just shy.
See, no, I love it. I've loved the gym since I was 15. But as I was doing, I mean, a few other people watching this, I was doing the summer seasons.
Yeah.
So in the 6 month, I was out of season. So I was in the UK. I'd be training. But then when I got out to Bulgaria, I'd do the first month. So I used to go out in May. But when it got to June out there, it getting to like between 30 and 40 degrees. It's literally too hot. And you see these big Bulgarian blokes. Full tracksuits, but no, I think I think the gym helps me as well mentally. I've piled on weight over the past 16 weeks because at the tender age of 27, ended up with sciatica, and that is a fucker. Have you heard of that?
When was that? 10 years ago?
No, this is recently.
Oh, you went 27 now?
I know on paper uphill with square tyres.
Jesus Christ, are you sure that hill was only 10?
Yeah. But sciatica.
And it's obviously...
For me...
Go down your leg.
You're talking about having a sore arse. For me, there's a little tiny muscle in your arse like that big.
Yeah.
It's called the piriformis muscle. And it sits just behind your glute. But if that gets inflamed... it touches your sciatic nerve, which then pretty much fucking disables your whole leg. So yeah, I got myself in half decent shape. And then I got that when we were at February. I went to Tenerife in February. And I thought I just had a tight hamstring. It was like getting in and out of the car. I thought, oh, fucking hell. I'm training 4 or 5 times a week in gym. But we're doing a lot of hill sprints on treadmill. Do you know interval sprints? So like minute running, minute walking, minute running. But it's easy, fast way to lose weight. You know what I mean? So I was just hammering them. Halfway through we're in Tenerife for like 12 days or something. Halfway through my holiday, got up one morning, went out. Bit of a walk. Fucking hell, it's feeling a bit tighter than usual. I went to sit down. I couldn't sit down. Anyway, long story cut short, it was sciatica. Couldn't sit down for 10 weeks, so I could lie on my front or stand up. Yeah. They're the only 2 things I could do. So you can imagine you're abroad, on holiday, going for a meal with missus, stood up at table, going into a restaurant. Oh, me go.
Could be worse. Could be led.
You know, little canary, little Canarian bloke coming over. Oh, you can sit over here. Do you know them big barrel tables? Like the Jameson barrel table. Yeah. I was like eating it. There was you can sit down. There were loads of tables. I look stupid. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sit down. I said no, I can't physically sit down. But yeah, and then I had to see a chiropractor. Yeah, Parsons. Go there. So they're out corner. Give me a discount next time, John. But yeah, I went there and he recommended magnesium because if you've got muscle spasms, magnesium helps. It's a good muscle relaxant. So I'm taking them. Fucking hell, doctors in hospital prescribed me a load of shite. Naproxen, which just gives you a bad stomach.
No, it's
that's for inflammation.
I mean, that's
shit.
That's a full podcast. I'll tell you now. I can tell you tales
of a medication podcast. You have to get you back on, Clarke.
I'm telling you now. I can tell you tales with my knee-ops that have met your hair curl. It's so ridiculous, some of that stuff. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it is. It's. But no, it's bad out there. But see, you'll know. Like a bad knee. I mean, my job is as well. Problem is, I'm a tailor, so I'm forever having to kneel
up and down
and
on your knees. Yeah.
I mean, it got that bad so I had this knee brace for 10 months, which basically, you look like Robocop, massive thing. And you didn't take it off, so it's weird on my trousers.
It's one of them like plasticky ones.
Yeah, it's
it's
like dead rigid, and it was to kind of straighten my leg almost before I had this operation. But I just couldn't kneel down it and stuff. So obviously, if I was getting guys in, I was having to kind of work round it. I mean, there was one. We have these big old counters because it's quite an old. It's not an old-fashioned shop. That sounds like we sell crap.
Like a traditional one.
But it's got some traditional fittings and stuff. So I have these big old tables what I do my measuring on and stuff. So I'll be getting customers to stand up on them. So it was just dead easy. I could just pinch trousers. And I gets this geezer up there, and he's up there, and all of a sudden it's like he's doing like this wavy dance. He's like mooching about, and he's all over the shop like he's seasick. And he falls like that. I mean, it suffers from, what's that thing when you...
Vertigo.
What the matter? You tell me before you get up.
You think you were just dancing?
Oh my God. I mean, to be fair, at least he would have had a nice seat to be buried in. So no, it's been tricky. And as I say, I'm sure there's loads of guys out there who are sat there thinking, the best thing you can do, and you'll know this week. I mean, I think it's finding an exercise that you like in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot stand the gym.
Yeah.
I have joined. In fact, I was even a member of this one here.
Oh, gym, etc.
Where you had to sign a 12-month. My missus hates it. Because in the old days, you had to sign a proper 12-month contract.
Totally. It's still like that now.
You could do. So I'd go,
and you still
join, do it once, and then it'd be like, well, I can't go tonight, I'll change me back, love. And you start making excuses to your life. Because I just hate it. I found it a chore, similar to this riding. But I do think this riding later on will give me that little bit of fitness. And we need it, we do.
Have you ever tried spinning?
No, that
honestly,
it drive me.
It is at my gym they do this spin class. They drop like not a overhead projector. You know what I mean? Like what the fucking hell are they called? It's a projector, isn't it? So they drop this white screen, projector goes on thing. So it's a virtual one. Thing is with me,
and you really,
I don't really like. I've been to spin classes before where there's been an instructor in the class.
Yeah. But
some of them, they're quite pretentious, aren't they? Come on, Susan, at the back. You get them knees up, love. Do you know what I mean? Big John over there. Can tell you've lost £1 last week. Let's go, guys. Do you know what I mean? And that, it's not for me. But
I don't know, actually, just to go back, you did that well. I think you could be
a spin instructor. Yeah. But no, there was, at my gym, they do like these virtual ones. So it's they're in like New Zealand and Australia, these instructors, fucking thing. Les Mills, something like that, the name of the company is. But yeah, so it's just on a projector. So there were like 4 instructors on a screen, actually in a spin class room because it's like massive. There's like fucking 100 bikes in them.
But
yeah, and then each each instructor will do like 10-minute drills. Do you know what I mean? I prefer them. Do you know, rather than there being a woman in the room drills, with you.
So what is it? You speed up for 10 minutes. Right, come on, kick it in.
So you'll get on the bike, and then it'll always be warm up, and spinning's usually like riding to a beat. Beat of the music. So it's like quite fast paced, electro house music.
Yeah.
So at the start, it'll be like, just bedding you in. First instructor, they'll bed you in. Oh, that's it. Get them glutes nice and warmed up. And you're like, you know what? It's fucking all right. It's not so bad. And then you get fucking militant Dave who comes in. Right, get up that fucking hill. And you're like, so you're standing as well. So you've got to stand on your pedals. You've got to make sure your feet are strapped in.
And they don't stop, do they? You can't.
No. So there's these gears on them. On a spin bike, and you can change it. It's called a tension, I think, and it's just plus and minus. Like, so when you're doing, you're standing pedaling, you've got to do it quite high, so it can take you weight and you can hold it at the same time.
Yeah.
But then they'll take you up hills, down hills, fast, slow, and I tell you what, I think on a
so all these bikes are controlled, then I presume. So when
you can control the tension,
right? But when they say they're going uphill, do they make them go?
No, they'll
tell you what.
They'll tell you, add a bit more tension and stand up and all that. But on an average session, I think you can burn up to like 700 calories in an hour, and I actually find them quite fun. Remember, I took one of my mates once after about 50.
Which gym are you at?
Just Leyland here.
See, you don't know a lad called Lee Whitehead, do you? No. He's doing ride with us, and he's into this spinning. This is what he's doing at the moment.
Right, it's good. Honestly, it's really good.
Not my bag.
Well, it'll be right after you've done your ride.
Do you know what I love, Byron? I love, and I love that when I'm a very competitive person.
And so am I.
I cannot play. Do you know, like, even if I play now, and I don't play golf, I own a set of golf clubs. There's a difference between a golfer and buying a pair of cheap golf clubs off your pal because he's skint. But every now and again I go for a knock. But like, we're not like to go right. We'll just have a knock. No, we won't. We'll play.
We'll do 18 holes.
And there'll be a winner and there'll be a loser. I just can't. Like, even if I'm playing tennis, knocking about. Like, little lads just started playing tennis, and I took him for a knock up Ashton Park the other week. He went, right, we'll just have a little go. I went, we won't. Well, I'm there, like, whacking them down.
Where's that fucking umpire? 15! Love!
It's out, Dad. If you want to sleep in your own bed tonight, it was in. Yeah. But I'm like, so I need that winner and that loser. And I know people go, oh, well, you can do the rowing machine. You can, yeah. I like working. I won't mind with you because I just set the piss out you non-stop. Look at me, fat bloke. I like that. Do you know what I mean? Afterwards, so that's why I'm not into all this.
See, I've always been very competitive, but I think it's because when I was younger, and I'm glad that my old man did this. Like, if I were playing pool with my old man, he'd never let me win.
No.
And I believe in that. Like, I don't. It winds me up when I see, if I'm in a boozer and there's some dad and his lad in. And you could, he's letting his son beat him at pool.
Yeah.
We'll say he's about 9-10-year-old, his little lad, and he's letting him win.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
He doesn't. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, my little lad Rudy, he's 10 now. At the beginning, when he was about 5, up to about 5, 6, I did do that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, is that shit? I couldn't even act. I mean, he still ain't that good now, but. I just couldn't act that bad. So I would have. Now and again, I'd go easy. But now I won't. And I agree totally with you that you've got it. I mean, there's too much. I mean, we're going at really often, but there's too much nowadays. None of this. I mean, he's in a football team. And it's very much there's no emphasis on the winning and the losing. And I think there should be. You've got to understand, the only way you can improve, as far as I'm concerned, is to taste defeat.
Oh, yeah, you've got...
Feel what that feels like. I mean, I come off a footy pitch or anything, and you're annoyed, aren't you? You're mad. And all that does is that makes you want to improve.
Yeah, of course
well, for me, that's what works for me. I mean, I know...
It's same with me, but I've always been competitive.
Yeah.
Always. Takes me back, like I said, we're going totally off topic here, but one of my cousin's 18th birthday, and he had these... do you remember?
Is that the big? You had a cousin, the big lad.
Yeah, big lad. Yeah. But do you remember Guitar Hero? Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought out DJ Hero, didn't they?
Yeah.
Me and him, we used to play DJ Hero, and he had his song. So all these songs, it was like Marvin Gaye, Earning Through the Grapevine mixed with Feel Good by Gorillaz, and that was my song. Right. Nobody beat me at that song. So you could have like a battle, like a deck battle kind of thing. So anyway, we've gone round for his 18th. I bought my deck with me, my wireless deck, on Xbox. So I was like, right, we'll have a deck battle then. So we're there. And we did his song first. He beat me, no problem. Anyway, then it was my song. And he fucking beat me, didn't he? He beat me. Honestly, you could ask me auntie what I did with that deck. I was smashing it around, whacking it on my knee. I went outside for about an hour and a half because I was that pissed off. And all lads like, it's his 18th birthday. It's only a bit of a laugh. They said, no, you don't get it. That's my fucking song. That's what I mean. But yeah, no, so I completely get where you're coming from with the old competitive edge.
And I, like you said, so I don't think you do help. And I do think it's, unfortunately nowadays, I mean, like he's getting Sports Day Monday. And I know what it'll be about. It's just naff, innit? It's just like, oh, well, there's no winners. And
wait, are you
Johnny came. No, I'm not doing
the dad sack race.
No, because I'd just not be happy. I'd end up kicking off with everybody.
But you fuck off all the time. What do you mean?
but they give them like 9th place and 10th place. What, there's one place first, isn't there?
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's...
No points second place.
No. So... But that's why I don't do it. I've never liked the gym. As I say, I've tried it, look, and I'm dead jealous of people. Don't get me wrong, I'm dead jealous. I mean, another one is running. I have a pal, Billy Burns, who, he lives in Austria now. He's a local lad from Lostwick, just an old geezer, but he was good at running. And he always used to say to me, oh, come running with me, Steely. It's like you're on drugs, the endorphins it releases and that. And I see people running, and I think how good that must be. And I always remember, right, so I decided, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give this a go, this running.
Rocky Tune came on.
Right, no. So what I decided is, right, I gets up really early doors. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. I thought, so for the first time, just I'll do it dark, nobody can see me kind of thing. I'll be good at it because you're thinking your head you're going to be good at anything. I'm sure I'll be getting called up for Olympics and that kind of. So anyway, I sets off, and I like my trainers, mate. I've got a bit of a trainer fetish. So the nearest trainers I had to a running shoe were these ZX 750s, right? And I'd imported them from America. I'd give tons of cash for them because of the colour they were in. But they were the nearest thing I had to a running shoe. So I sets off. I've done about, I'm not lying, I've done about 500 yards. I was goosed. I was blowing through my arse. And so I carries on, going a bit like, all right, sight this is not for me. So, and I remember, right, I'm sat it on, we had a leather suite then. It's like you're sweating, so you're sliding down the steps and like that. And I'm sat there and I'm just breathing and I'm boiling and I'm sweaty. And then, because you're taking deep breaths, because I'm out of breath, I'm going, wait, what's that smell? Smells like shit to me. Anyway, these ZX 750s, they had like this real big crossy tread.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's pitch black, I found every dog turd in Penwitham. So I've come in, out. Honestly, it was caked. I don't even know I didn't feel it on my leg. It was that much. And it's all over the house. And I'm sat there, I'm knackered. I've got shit all over the place.
It's first thing in the morning.
Yeah, my trainer's covered in it. Dog shit. So that's I just thought, no, never again.
Have you got a dog? No.
Never again. I have a dog now, I didn't then. Hey, didn't even have a dog. Couldn't even blame it on a dog. The only thing I could have done is, his little lad was about 3, so I could have said he got up, took his nappy off him. But honestly, but it was everywhere. Because you know what it's like when you come in, you still, see, like just walking through.
Carpet or laminate.
So it was from carpet to laminate to carpet to laminate. I've been to bog upstairs. It was everywhere. It was just a trail of shit. So I'm there scrubbing away, getting this up. And I'm more, but then at the end of it, I'm looking at my trainers. And I'm just thinking, I cleaned that much shit up, I went off. chucked him in bin. Yeah, so never again.
What did your missus say when she woke up?
Well, look at her. Well, to be honest with you, the house was that clean. She thought I murdered someone and trying to get rid of all CSI. Christ. And I'm not good out like that. You ask her. I mean, these are not workers' hands. Look at them.
You're fucking killing me.
I ate out like that. So before I cleaned it up, like our kid's an engineer, honestly, I had these paper boiler suits on, rubber gloves on. Oh, fucking, yeah, don't do shit. Yeah, don't do shit. Yeah. Although, who does do shit?
Oh, fucking hell.
So that's part of the reason I don't like jogging. But I don't like exercise.
You dirty bastards, pick your dog shit up.
Yeah, exactly, pick it up.
Right, any final thoughts?
Well, no, just...
you want the weather, don't you, really? I was going to mention that. It's been shite this week.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, looking at it now, this would probably be... Because you don't want it too hot, because you're going to get Binner's ring. If you want to know what Binner's ring is... Rewind. So you want it kind of coolish. But listen, it's going to be tough. But as I've said, it's for a great cause. A cause that means, you know, a real lot to me. Because I can't begin to tell you how good they were to me and Mrs. They really were. They do a fab job. So yeah, so I'll do it no matter what. But it's going to be tough. And I'm doing it in 2 weeks. I haven't done enough training.
When's the start date?
Friday, so a 2 week Friday, which is about the 28th, something like that, 28, 29.
June.
Yeah. But we'll do it. I mean, it's not, at the end of it, it's not massive, is it? I mean, a few of them are flapping. Especially this one lad who's slower than me. There's no way he's quitting. There's no way on this earth he is quitting. Because if he quits, I really am screwed, I'm last. But a few of them flat. But I said to myself, I'm not being funny. I said, there's kids in Africa, they walk 80 miles just to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, joking about, they do.
Yeah.
You know, what we're doing 60 mile, 65 mile on a bike. In fact, she'll be saying it's going to be really tough, shouldn't I, to sell it for. It's going to be tough, so sponsor me.
Well, he ain't been training.
Yeah.
Well, he has and he hasn't.
Yeah, no. Well, listen, at the end of the day, I'll do it. No matter what, I'll do it. If I have to walk it, I'll walk it.
You bike like that. No. Sulking uphill.
No, listen, if bike's gone. That. See, I'm like that, me. I mean, I've got this fancy bike, real fancy for me, and I've already decided, you see, they took us inner tubes and stuff. The first time we were out, and I had noted this, what are you going to do? That's what I'm going to leave it. What do you mean you're going to leave it? You're not going to put... I said, there's no chance on this earth I'm going to push that bike for 10, 13 miles back to my house. Forget it. It can stay there. I'll knock on someone's house. If I can't leave it there, fucking chance.
Buy, sell. I told you, buy, sell when you're in Bridlington.
Yeah, definitely, mate. That will be going. I'll be coming back with a radio cassette, digital player, or something like that I've swapped it for.
Binner's ring.
Yeah. Knowing me, I'll be coming back with something useless like a boat that I can't use, a rowboat in Preston. But yeah, no, but we'll get it done. It'll be tough, but yeah.
What's your target on your Just Giving page?
It's $2,000.
And what are you up to now?
I'm up to about $1,250, I think. But I've also got committed £200 from work. Well, £1 a mile, so it's roughly £200. And Pete Marquis has kindly eased on the same £1 a mile, so that's roughly £200. So it's achievable. I mean, between us, I think we'll get about $5,000. So it's a fair old lump, you know. It'll help them.
No, that's great. That.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
So it's £70,000 they need for a bereavement centre.
I think it's I think they've got some of they've been fundraising all the time, but it just make a massive difference. But like every charity, listen, they're all tough to wall. I mean, I'm sure there's loads of folk out there who go, Christ, they're always asking for money, this charity, because they're continually having to.
Yeah. I
mean, I've got a very simplistic view, because otherwise you'd feel guilty. You know, if someone comes up to you in town and they go, "Oh, we're taking collections for blind children in the Himalayas," you know, listen, I feel sorry for them kids in the Himalayas that can't see. I do, because the Himalayas are beautiful. Let's be honest with you. But you can't give to everyone.
Yeah.
So all I do St Catherine's Hospice, because we've all been touched by someone with cancer.
Yeah.
And I do Baby Beat. And that way, at least I know I'm doing my bit. And it's going to two causes.
Which close you're at.
Right, so
that's brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put the link over the video, but if you are listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts,
You're being optimistic there, right?
www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Clarke. It's a hyphen, isn't it? A little dash.
I have no idea.
Clarke-Steel. But if you are listening on audio, then the link to donate to the bike ride will be in the description.
There won't be many people listening though, will there?
Be
I mean, how many of you
on YouTube?
How many of you subscribers and I'm on it? You've already lost half your audience.
Fucker. But the link's going to be on the overlay as well, playing all the way through this pod if you are watching on YouTube. But yeah, I think it's fantastic what you do, mate.
Right, cheers.
I know you'll smash it.
Yeah, definitely.
we should actually get you on. Get you on again after the post bike ride. Yeah.
There'll definitely be one or two tales to me.
Yeah,
told.
We'll do that, and
yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about the Binman's ring.
Yeah, Binner's ring.
Binner's ring.
I'll give you levels from 1 to 10. Definitely. Yeah, it'd be good that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for coming along, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, I've enjoyed it. Cheers, Byron.
And you're going to smash this.
Top man.
Thanks a lot for listening. Make sure you do donate to Clarke through the Just Giving page. Links are going to be in all the descriptions. And you'll hear from me or see me next time. Peace.
Cheers.